Most people aren't weak because life made them that way. They stay weak because they choose habits, beliefs, and behaviors that keep them powerless. Today, we're breaking down the Stoic reasons why people stay weak and the path out of it. 1. They run from discomfort. Weakness doesn't grow in pain. It grows in comfort. Most people build their lives around avoiding anything uncomfortable: confrontation, discipline, effort, silence, responsibility. But every time you avoid discomfort, you train your mind to expect the easy path. Stoics embraced controlled discomfort, cold mornings, hard work, simple living, mental restraint. Not because they enjoyed suffering, but because discomfort builds the internal muscles comfort cannot. Strength is not a gift. It's a side effect of choosing what's hard when you could choose what's easy. 2. They lie to themselves. People stay weak because they won't face truth. They tell themselves, "I'll start tomorrow. I'm doing my best. This is just how I am." These are not truths, they're narratives. And the mind loves stories that protect the ego rather than expose the problem. Marcus Aurelius wrote that your mind becomes unstoppable once you stop deceiving yourself. Self-honesty is painful, but without it, there is no growth. Weakness survives in the shadow of excuses. Strength begins the moment you say, "It's on me." 3. They let emotions govern their life. Weak people are controlled by impulses. Strong people control their impulses. The Stoics never said, "Don't feel." They said, "Don't obey blindly." A weak man reacts. A strong man pauses, interprets, and then chooses. Anger, laziness, jealousy, insecurity. These emotions are not enemies. They're signals. But most people let signals become dictators. If you cannot command your own mind, you cannot command your own destiny. 4. They seek approval instead of power over themselves. One of the greatest sources of weakness is the desire to be liked. A man becomes fragile when his value depends on external validation. Stoicism teaches the opposite. You don't control opinions, you only control your character. When your identity is rooted in the approval of others, you will constantly shapeshift to avoid rejection. And a man who cannot stand alone cannot stand strong. Strength grows when you detach from the crowd and attach to your principles.
5. They avoid responsibility. Weakness grows in the absence of responsibility. The modern mindset teaches people to blame society, parents, circumstances, luck. But the Stoic mindset is brutally simple. You may not be at fault for everything, but you are responsible for how you respond. Responsibility is a burden at first, but eventually it becomes armor. When you take control, even in small things, waking early, managing money, improving your body, mastering your habits, you start building internal authority. You become someone you can rely on. That is real strength.
6. They live without a philosophy. Most people drift. They don't know what they believe, what they stand for, what virtues matter, or what their life is aimed at. And a drifting man is a weak man. A philosophy gives you a center. It gives you a code. It gives you a direction. The Stoics didn't become strong by accident. They trained their minds with principles, discipline, reason, virtue, purpose, resilience. When your mind has a foundation, you stop bending with every storm. 7. They don't understand time. Weakness thrives when you act like you have endless time. That's future me's problem. I'll fix it later. I'll get serious next year. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now, not to scare himself, but to wake himself up. Weakness fades the moment urgency enters your life. You don't have time, and that is precisely why you must start now. People stay weak because they avoid the very behaviors that create strength, but every day is a chance to reverse that. Choose discomfort, choose self-honesty, choose discipline, choose responsibility, choose a philosophy grounded in virtue. Strength is not found, strength is forged.
If you're ready to stop living weak and start building real inner strength, subscribe and stay disciplined. Your transformation begins now.